is it going to be a little bit too much for the Wolves to have to deal with here as we get ready for Agent Select?
If they've done one thing well this tournament, it's funneling the energy of the crowd into
they like
success.
that.
Sufat, baby, is great at that. Here's your comps. It's the same thing for Wolves that we were talking about, Bea. They're locking in that deadlock. Fnatic locking in that chamber. Both double sentinel looks, but two comps that end up playing pretty differently.
You have to love that we're in 2025 and we're getting this compositions on Ascent. This is no boring no more, not same old, different perspectives, different approaches coming in from the teams. But we have to, and as we have done throughout the day, be looking at those duelists. Kayak needs to go back on that form. Juicy, especially from the attack, relies a lot on the rest of his teammates. But I do feel that this squad from Wolves, these 5 agents, to me, is a lot of comfort in them.
It absolutely is. For Fnatic, though, I have to look at Alpha. He has arguably been the best player for Fnatic in this tournament. And there is no doubt that the best agent he has played this tournament has been the maps where he is chamber on Ascent. That was a new comp that they brought for Masters Toronto, and it has been so successful. He's been so individually talented on that role. He's the guy who could close this out for Fnatic.
Yeah, very well so, right? We saw and we heard from him the other day. He said, if I'm shooting, then I'm winning.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that Chamber is the kind of agent that allows him to go absolutely insane. Do not forget that ace that we saw from him just in the previous map. Despite Fnatic losing, that is not going to tear Alpha down.
All right, Toronto, let's see if we get ourselves a map 5 and send this back over to your casters. And I'm going to say it right this time. It's handsy.
You nailed it. Absolutely spot on, but a belting map here, right? The absolute kingdom of Alpha, the Wonder Kid. On that chamber, he's looked mental. I mean, off the charts, something different. But we've seen it a couple times now. We've gotten a bit more used to it. But we're not the ones in the server, Mike. It's on the Wolves. Can they handle this version of Fnatic?
Absolutely got themselves a taste for blood, toppling Fnatic home territory on Lotus. Now, can they follow through? And Fnatic, always a team that leaves you with your heart in your throat almost. Wolves, can they capitalize on that? Pounce on this opportunity to take us even further in this series. All starts here now to build upon that success they've found already.
Yeah, Wolves going to begin things on that attacking side. Of course, they're meaning Fnatic on the defense. The early exchange limited from both sides. Slow stuff from Wolves. Maybe trying to get a bit of a read on what Fnatic might be up to.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day, is in terms of no real counter to a chamber, right? It's unorthodox in terms of the positioning and timings of some of these peaks. So expect Wolves to be very cautious here on the attack.
Well, you've got to be, right? It's still getting to grips with this composition, what they want to do. Hard to find comfort. And the presence of Cat is at least going to trigger the wall, but the pressure and the final destination looks like that B site, but there's bodies here, Mike.
Paranoia slows him down on the way in, but a response found here. Lysor going to isolate Chronicle. He will fall.
Oh, forcing him forward. They're going to try and flood early. Fnatic forced to fight and they win out to an extent. But back in the mix, Wolves try and find stability down that Cat side. But Kayak slipped through. Are they even aware of the possibility? Caution being displayed. Kayak, that new gun, that young blood, switch aside. As Alpha now in a 1v3 with 10 seconds. Trying to be a little techie with this. Not going to happen. Wolves, big start.
Again, something touched on by the desk. Look for Lysor to be the factor to really put the pressure on Fnatic in terms of their approach to the retakes. In terms of shutting down on those points of entry. His utility is so key to Wolves' success. I guess on the flip side of that, looking towards Fnatic, maybe finding clean engagements. Oh, that was paused in real time, but the screen was still moving.
Oh, a little bit of mid-pressure here. Hold on, Fnatic might be going walkabouts. And it's free food for Wolves, it looks like. It's Alpha who's the one who's deadly, really, in this scenario. Maybe Cron too. Does have that Sheriff. Ooh, why you? He's happy with that, though, still alive.
Alpha's pursuing further.
Damn.
I think maybe reading that this rotation has come through, and the Crashies and Chronicle to maybe try and complement that.
Oh, they're being herded, man. Alpha. Oh my God.
Oh, he didn't get a connection on the second.
I thought that second
the
looked
tag,
sharp,
yeah, but no headshot.
No, and now they got issues, right? Oh, that's a far fight to be had against every weapon that outdoes his classic at this point. But they're so unwilling to go towards B. You can imagine why, right? You can imagine there's going to be a stack here. You can imagine there's going to be presence here, and there is. YU does very well to thread the needle straight up middle. Did they dare try and pivot through? It's a risky move. It's a messy bit of Val. But they've actually managed to navigate away from most of the threats. Until now, Cron couldn't land it. They're trying to get that spike away, get it to safety, Sherpa it over towards that A site.
Alpha tagged up, down to 30 HP, but has got himself a Guardian now.
Oh,
retrieved all the way from spawn.
Oh no. Why does this feel like the death of them? 13 seconds, but he passed up towards tree instead. Whoa!
Now comes out with a TP as well. Big ring for him to play in.
What's that post plant looking like? Okay, pretty standard, right? Stat down to hell, that's it. They're much beyond that, slow and steady. They walk up. Oh my good God, Alpha. Every step feels deadly. And this is a bit of a problem here. Can't be denied. A little bit of room to stack up on, though. And now it feels so likely they're down here. Alpha falls, leaving just Cron, and he ain't got it in him. Oh, that got so sketchy for just that headhunter.
Ever a threat. But YU, a 3K from him to find success here in the second round. Fnatic tried to draw blood. Able to maintain control of this round. Will weaken the purchase here for sure for Wolves.
Let's go, Juicy, Izzo!
There's going to be 2 rifles on the table here for them. One being a Guardian in the hands of Juicy. Fnatic fully flush in terms of their purchase. Oh, flash out, actually. The recon does catch. Juicy will fall. YU to follow. Alpha. A chance at the third, but just can't find it.
Mechanically, always a treat. They slow the roll a little now. Wolves maybe looking to try and avoid Alpha. Maybe not a bad shout.
Spring and CUFAT BB. We'll try and take control here of A main, deal with some of the utility on the way in. Paranoia in response here. Actually a ping here on recon, but no conversion. Kayak forced back 7 HP now. The Aldrone comes up. Alpha has to get out of dodge.
Yeah, they're being slippery about this, but Boaster commits to it. Goes down for it too. Gives over the upgrade, but a 2v4 now is difficult. And Alpha looking like he's in control here. Very difficult position for CUFAT BB. Position on main, unaccounted for really. Yeah, the checkmate in the end. Crashy, security to be had.
Tough to really pin down another member of Fnatic there. Hunter's Fury available here though in round 4. Some early progress from CUFAT BB. Yeah, Alpha, perfect timing on the ping here. Boaster into a position on health.
Bring me the
Harder
energy,
for Wolves.
bring me the hunger, bring me the passion.
Boaster desperately trying to rally the troops here on ascent. Alpha already on that tour de force, so we'll try and take control of mid here.
You're not going to, are you? How close do you sit on this? That temptation.
Enemy mark.
The confidence, and it is quelled. Lysor off the rip. Takes away the big man himself, opening up the map to possibilities now.
Yeah, plenty of opportunities. YU actually slipping into a very deep position here as the rest of Wolves head towards short. Potentially an ace split on the cards. Here's Kayak. Will have his hands full. Finds the first. He gets the second as well. That's the spike down in main.
Such control and crashes in that counter swing on the other side. Still taken down. 3v2, but that spike, Mike, is the biggest problem in Kayak. Looking like a killer right now. Yeah. Ooh,
that's sort of a slow peek here, yeah.
You can't be doing that. Why you? What are you meant to do? The obstacle course just to get the spike in your hands. It was near on impossible.
Yeah, 30 seconds, yeah, plenty of time, sure, but there's just so many question marks here.
Oh.
Chronicle shut down any hope. Wow, the youngster needing a couple of confidence builders. Just what you need for Kayak to get back online in this series.
Scary though, isn't it? It's like cool, they've taken down Alpha and then suddenly Kayak's got you this, the second. It was almost pre-fire on that swing. Like,
yeah.
See if that BB, what are you meant to do?
30 seconds left.
Oh. Scary.
Tied up here, Wolves reset. A couple of sheriffs to throw in here. Ultimate, sure, but not necessarily an opportunity to invest these off-rip. Maybe variables to look towards, depending on how this progresses. But yeah, up here quick, Warren.
Yeah, Alpha going to take first contact. Plays in Kayak, who gets it. Look at this. Systematic. Every step the Wolves wanted to take was covered. Oh God, Alpha's hungry too. Anti in a little more, but might have to spread the wealth here a bit. They're looking vulnerable, and Alpha's looking confident. Yeah, that's why it looked too easy almost there, Mike. Every layer considered.
Fnatic will take the lead here.
I demand what I'm owed.
Alpha sit at 7 and 4. Chance here to potentially find a response. They're going to have some stranglehold set up here on the anti-eco from Fnatic. No real opportunity. I said Wolves were happy to kind of just walk up and
Nice, boys. Come on, boy.
almost bear the brunt of
like to see.
any setup in mid.
Both are getting a bit more vocal as well.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of been very composed until this point. Those first two maps looked like, okay, business as usual. We've been here, no worries.
Potentially indicative of, you know, maybe reading the room in terms of that loss on the previous map. And again, I don't think Fnatic are ever a team that walk in and go, yeah, we're going to 3-0 this series. But for sure, he's the leader that could potentially already back on the same hymn sheet. I was just saying here, again, these ultimates are a little awkward to kind of set things up, but certainly late round pieces here as Fnatic, I mean, look, in just a moment at the cushion they've already got behind them.
Yeah, 7K on Boaster.
Boaster down at 7,300, Chronicle at 6,900, everybody else sitting above 3,500 basically.
But a competitive start to things, as long as Fnatic don't start taking these rounds completely away, right? It's still early days at 3-2. Cross map. Now let's see what the answer is. You can already see that Alpha wants to be involved in this.
He's already got the upgrade here, passed across from Boaster.
On the corner.
It's going forwards.
Oh, respecting the util enough to back away though. Just on that deeper line, not by much. There's 3 players here.
Wolves just want to potentially set a little bit of utility up here in B main. So implying that, yeah, as the pings would confirm, a split to try and get behind Alpha. No confirmation just yet. See if FatBB looking for something with the drone. Won't find anything, but we'll isolate the trip here in Pizza.
Still nervous for them trying to get past Alpha. 4 stock, nice, really good start there.
Big damage actually, Alpha down to 43.
That's huge, and they want to speed up on this, and rightly so, but Chronicle then plays it ahead. The wall in play, and now they're scattered and down to 3. You heard Crashies then invest the ult from the back lines.
Connects onto YU.
Plenty of problems now. Being stalled out somewhat on the cross towards the site. Looking for that reveal, not going to get it, but actually there it is. Oh, Chronicle! Just safe as houses on the site. Fnatic are not going to make this easy. Wolves have to dig deeper than that.
Almost a split decision there that Recon sent up and two bail out, one left stand his ground. It was Lysor. Connection from Crashies here, absolutely crucial. Just to isolate a player, but also confirm a kill. Chronicle crispy on the cleanup. Wolves right back in the firing line now. A stinger, few sheriffs. Some of those ultimates already relinquished.
There they are. Yeah, you're going to start seeing Wolves really put through their paces here. This is the reinvented Fnatic, right? A new look, but a great shot. Oh! Come on, then, more of that, and then we're game on. Okay, Alpha. Someone else was having too much fun, were they? It's the Alpha show, apparently. But Spring, given a bit of room here, does he find Boaster? It looks like he might do. And he gap closes. Brilliant from Spring. With the support system in place, it feels like you can't get away from Chronicle. And actually, it is just Alpha now. They've made something out of this. Oh, what a shot! Two more. He's on for it. Oh my God, they almost lined up. No way, Alpha! So many weapons. He's just going through the gun game, and he just wants to get out of there, Juicy. What do you do now? Tries to reset the tempo. One bullet to put to the body. One player to find. He's trying to do it right. Alpha needs to steady the nerves. Land the shot, a miss. And now he knows the upper hand goes to Juicy here. Just on that Sheriff. Trying to toy with him. Juicy again does it well. Calm and collected. Wolves not out of it yet.
Mastercard thrifty conversion here from Wolves. And Alpha made to look human in that 1v1. I mean, you can see in just a moment this turns. Alpha, a shake of the head.
Last player standing.
He said so many weapons at his disposal. Yeah, Juicy. Cool, calm, collected.
That was the second kill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's one of those where you're like, cool.
Just to remind you, yeah.
And that's why you saw CFAT BB being up there, giving him, you know, that encouragement, wanting him to do well. Certainly going to help matters. But for Wolves, it was a hard-fought 4-round. They were only on pistols, Mike. It wasn't much to really work with. Yeah, what was it?
One stinger to bring into that?
Yeah, something like that.
Two sheriffs alongside it. Which could tip the scales back in their favor. Alpha back on an operator, though. Shut down here, Juicy. Making Fnatic's own operator work against them.
That's a confidence builder as well for Juicy. As said, quiet until that last round. Now starting to feel a bit more momentum. Slow build towards A creeping in. But they heard the rattle of the Opta. They continue pathing towards that site.
Why are you looking for something in mid? We'll catch a glimpse of Crashies. Keep him in check for the time being. Boaster just trying out the paranoid to try and slow things down.
He's got an angle, and he's quick with it. Needs to get a second here. Support on the way, but he falls. Boaster next on the chopping block. Overwhelmed, but still delivering. Great shot towards Spring. Not standing alone, but backs away.
30 seconds on this recon, so retake timing going to be really awkward. And yeah, I think the awareness there from Fnatic that it's potentially a trap laying in wait from Lysor's utility. The ultimate coming through from Kayak could open things up for Fnatic.
Here.
Seems like they're almost trying to ignore it. Don't know if it's going to know the player off-site. It does. Absolutely does. Oh, no! The falls foul to the utility in the end. That's devastating. You can see Wolves scrambling now. Kayak giving them a way back in for Fnatic. Boaster removing one. Lysor, 7 bullets. No way. Boaster's there. Big plays from the main man. And a little bit of a fumble in the end as it felt like Kayak was very vulnerable, but survived.
Almost friendly fire.
Yeah.
Will cause YU's downfall. A crazy turn of events on short towards Tree. Beautiful from Boaster, though.
Oh, that's got to be gutting.
Clean up, precise. Unfortunately, Wolves back to square one in terms of the finances.
That string around, Mike, it's staring at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that blip in the 7th, brilliant. It was exciting.
They've not really chipped away at the finances is the issue. We talked about early on that cushion being there.
Oh, and Kayak spotted this. That's two. That's the alarm bells ringing, but it's Boaster left alone.
Let's have the paranoia, so again, you've seen him throw it out time and time again to try and slow things down. Able to TP away this time around, up towards heaven. Safety in numbers here for Fnatic, but Wolves swarm the site.
These post plants, they've been still struggling to hold, right? It's not easy. And the flood coming back through tree, it looks like. Look at the players getting ready. 3 of them there. Now 4. And that ult is an issue for Wolves. Down on the pistols, down on the secondaries. Kayak kicks down the door, takes away Spring. Boaster, outrageous! Just goes for it to turn all the eyes towards him. But 3 still standing, they're still holding on. Why you tries it, Juicy now. Last one alive, falls to his knees. Fnatic looking solid in these retakes.
Cleaned up once more. 3 left standing. Again, the finances swelling further. 6-3 the scoreline. Now we into round 10. Wolves. Not to sound like a broken record, but the recovery factor tested once more. Try and find something in the home stretch. Good. Frustration on the face of Fade.
I mean, it is difficult. The amount of times they're maybe getting the first pick, they're getting towards site, they're pressuring, but then we get towards those back lines and those retakes, and that's just where it falls a bit short.
Yeah.
So now, buyback in play. What's the plan? Isol's got ult, Spring's got his, one away from CFAT BB. Why are you a little further off and Juicy a little ways away as well, but trying to work the map here, but mid is still a problem. Still gonna have Alpha here.
Yeah, ever the threat. Operator in hand once more. Drone, does it catch him inside the smoke? Dealt with as well by Crashies, so...
Has Crashies got a dart yet? No. Blair, wait, which point into the corner? I don't think they fancy that one, actually. Well, they have managed to slip up cap, but I guess at the trade-off of A-main as well, that they don't have that security there, Mike.
Yeah, Boaster. And sent out, actually Kayak finds the backside of that. Juicy will fall, but Spring isolates Alpha yet. Potential to carve a path towards B.
I mean, there's still hope in this round, but the rotations are coming through. And fast, From gets captured. Taken away, YU falls in the meantime, though. What? They fall like a house of cards.
Boaster, another 3K from him to shut down round 10 in quick succession as well.
Show me that replay. Was he up on top of the side? This was just Kayak playing from main, but this was 30 seconds left. On the site, and now where's Boaster here? Yeah, up on top. Oh, completely unawares.
Oh, fantastic work from the leader of Fnatic. Now a full Chico from Wolves. You heard it, the tour de force in hand for Alpha as well. Just a Hunter's Fury to try and swing things back in Wolves' favour.
Oh God. Out of everyone to try and come towards YHIM. Oh! He is quick as lightning! Dips back in after the first. This is his map. There's not much to be said about it, why you can fight the good fight, but Alpha is not missing. Now Spring in a 1v4. It feels like they got given just that drop of hope to only have it taken away. Fnatic fully in control, Mike.
Last round before the switch.
We'll get the purchase back, but again, short of Juicy finding an ult orb here ahead of dying. That ult cycle just hasn't improved. To turn the flash, the readjustment, just phenomenal from Alpha.
Take flight. Enemy down.
Yeah, the
That's
panic,
a horrible feeling.
panic from Super. He's charging me down.
Oh, I'm dead.
I'm dead.
I'm dead. See you next round.
Listening.
And sadly, it feels like Wolves have hit that brick wall. And they won't be the first to feel it, but let's also look at the purchase right now. Have you noticed something? There's a firing squad. I've heard about these days, many days ago, about Fnatic.
Folklore.
3 operators out and about, and one of them is taking a walk. A miss, and actually a bad miss from Alpha. Maybe a step too far.
Time to jump.
I know exactly where.
Gives the neural theft across as well, so going to give a ton of information to Wolves. Maybe a little complacent here in round 12.
Oh, the Boaster, look, it may shock you if you don't see it often, but he is damn good with that operator, but switching it out for the rifle now. Look at the lurk, though. YU is eventually on the way. If they can stall out enough time, he could be the checkmate to this.
And now actually the Hunter's Fury from CUFAT BB, a perfect late round piece here. Fnatic have to pick up the pace.
Got to get moving. They're on the flank, slowly creeping closer. He has to play this right. And he strikes on the first. Not going to mince his words here. Spring leans out from main, and complacency. A key word here, Mike, that you said about this. Maybe a small mistake. And that's all it takes for 4 rounds to be gathered by Wolves.
And almost a bailout given to Wolves here to find a 4th. Something to stop the momentum potentially from boiling over into the second half, Lauren.
Yeah, it's a window of chance. It is so slim though, right? You are on the ropes in this one. A miss from Alpha, a weird purchase. But if you're Wolves, you'll take that. A gift given. And a chance made for them now. But only 4, it's a long way back. And of course we have a treat for you guys playing along at home. We're going to hand it over to the one and only Vansili, who's been doing wonderful work with NRG Scuba and Marder.
Vansili here back on the floor. I'm joined now by Mada and by Scuba. Mada over here and Scuba of Team Energy. Toronto, give it up here for Energy. Mada, I know that in different circumstances, you'd have been on this stage playing with Energy, but at least you're here in Masters Toronto. What's it like being here today?
I mean, it's amazing. I love the city. I love the crowd. You guys are fantastic. Like, the energy's crazy in here. I love it.
Homegrown Toronto, give it up to Mada. Scuba, you are also the latest addition now to Energy. You have a chance to prove yourself during split 2 of the VCTs in Americas. Watching this from the sidelines, how eager are you to step on the stage?
I'm so excited, man. I've been waiting so long for a chance to play at an event like this, and it's honestly a dream come true.
Awesome, and now let's talk about this game. We have now Fnatic versus Wolves, a crazy comp that Fnatic is coming out so far in this tournament, this double Sentinel. What's it like? And Mada, you told me you scrimmed against this composition too, and as a duelist, how do you deal with this double Senti comp?
Well, I mean, from Wolves' perspective, it's definitely hard because they only have Sova, and I think Alfier and Kayak are doing a great job of being like really annoying in mid and kind of making it really hard to clear out these like spots. And yeah, I mean, it's hard to peek Kayak, it's hard to peek Alfier, so you gotta be on point against this team. I think Wolves actually doing good though. Wolves did a good job.
Awesome, and then for you, Scuba, just what are your predictions going into this series? Because you know Wolves finally are starting to make a comeback in this series. They're still down a map. Do you think this is going to a map 5?
I think we all want to see a map 5, no?
Do we all want to see a map 5 in Toronto? Indeed we do. Let's toss it back here to the game.
It takes a certain capability to push Fnatic to their limits. This half is where we find out if Wolves are within that cut. At 8-4, there's a chance, Mike. The Coinbase Econ report kind of tells you what's been happening. Kron, Alpha, I mean, it's the entirety of the squad doing well. But the question mark becomes, is there still gas in the tank for Wolves, Mike?
I mean, how much can you just keep asking
of
Wolves?
I know.
Like I said, don't want to sound like a broken record, but up against the ropes now, everything to play for. And almost nothing to lose in terms of stepping onto this stage in Toronto. They've given their heart, they're all but one half away now from potentially closing the door on that dream, or a chance to redeem themselves and push the sunset.
I know a lot of us would want it.
I do.
Yeah, same. Look, there's not often that we kind of root for a side, but we want the best between these two. 1-1 trade out, but Lysol once more. Hungry to chase it down, but Alpha has been devastating. Still does good damage, but backs away. Lysol, oh! Banging
Spike
shot!
down mid.
Anything you can do, I can do better. But there's still bodies behind this. Crashies is curious, and that shot dart lethal. Down to a 2v2 now. Spike still loose. Not committed either side.
Boaster yet to rear his head. Chance to upgrade here. 2 smokes available for them. Wolves, almost a split focus here.
I have the spike.
Utility set up towards B. Fnatic slowly drifting that way.
I guess it's when we check Cam real quick. That's when. Real
30
quick.
seconds left.
Doesn't need to play too close. They can play together on the retake potentially.
Got to be careful with these sight lines though.
I am a bit worried he's drifting there like that.
Now they know about the camera.
And the camera knows about them. There it is.
Camera taken out.
Easy, easy.
Well, hang on.
Wait, he's playing that on his own. There was no support there for a second. Now, luckily for him, Boaster didn't fight back. He barely gets to breathe his way away from this on 2 HP. But Crashies, the new addition.
Still got 1 shock dart, but again, that recon going to be another 20 seconds or so away. Boaster sets up. A little disconnected here.
He had to run. He had to get out of dodge. See if that BB going to post that down to Crashies. Lives. And now time becoming a factor. Boaster's position going to make it difficult. Smoke comes in, allows Crashies. Oh my god, he's down so low. And now the tap for the spike.
Got a recon back.
And now it's surely the slam dunk. Cards all collected. The vintage duo knows how to play this one.
The push and pull in full effect here. Crashies, probably the one dictating exactly what's happening here in the post plant. And closed out confidently. A 9th on the board for Fnatic.
Let's go, baby! You me, baby! You me! Once again, let's...
And that dynamic duo that's shone so many times so far this year. Could put Fnatic in the driver's seat here.
Yinzu in pieces, obviously. Classics now. All that Wolves have to try and deny double digits. As Fnatic heard it from them. They've been eyeing up those finals. They wanted this. Taking risks, rebuilding. The stack. Oh, damn, I didn't even see it. Right, gonna be on red alert though. Again, hell, they can turn flashes like they're nothing. And it's just free farm, baby. It's all too easy to make it to 10.
The slow field just trapping Wolves, unable to sink their teeth into this setup. Double digits acquired here. And almost a throwaway round for Wolves, just looking for maybe a kill or something to try and set themselves in motion, but it doesn't come through. Rifles in hand now, see Fat BB rolling back the years and Odin purchased. See Boaster just going to bring a stinger in here, so protecting that future purchase. Oh, deals with the trip. Nice and early here. Actually flashed through. Unfortunately, that's the issue. Try and pin down Alpha. If he gets flash, feels the heat a little bit.
Retrieving flash.
And get out so quickly.
Util just being worked down fast as well, right? Cam gone, Trip gone. This is all above a minute. They're doing well in this. Juicy's timing. Oh man, that's rough. He's going to go and commit towards that CT side, or at least he had a glance that way, but
Teleport's ready.
mid's already taken. Fnatic have posted up here. If he goes back...
Oh!
How are you winning that? How are you the one to win that kayak? Just going to have his bell rung at that point. As Alpha fancies a go, and well, yeah, Alpha seems to win these. So, now the pressure on the B site. Why you and CFAT BB going to be forced to try and play out back to the wall Valorant here. You can see the players trying to build up towards it. Crashies has a go, falls a little short. CFAT BB still trying to be prepared. Delivers bullets into the body of Kron. And now more. Alpha Alpha still standing, and so is Boaster. A 2v2 and a plant on the cards. The deadly duo still holding. Alpha has been the man to watch here. 2 already in the round, 20 in round 15. Does anyone dare show Boaster? You absolute
He's calling!
madman!
Oh.
Almost caught him there on the way back through. But Spring, oh, what? How did he get Alpha there?
Spring lines up, takes both Boaster and Alpha down. Lysor escaping death there. I mean, Boaster also, to a degree.
That exchange.
30 seconds left.
Beautifully done. It's why you really to, I guess, posture up enough to protect Fat BB as the second layer. Yeah, interesting. Maybe feeling as if Boaster was almost dead to rights in that situation and had to make a move. Spring unfaltered. Issue being, win the round, but
let's play.
Alpha's got the tour de force.
Oh, I like this confidence though from Juicy. Why not make a play? Try and make something happen, but that felt like it was a bit short-sighted almost. I'd love to see some support around that.
Alpha not necessarily a threat just yet, tucked behind the smoke. Don't expect YU with this setup to be swinging out, but speaking of swinging, Kayak, there's 1-for-1 here. Deep control now on the back of Lysor's utility.
And I like that Lysor's working behind this too. Like actually you're pushing out deeper towards A main. That's
It's that
huge
leapfrog
space.
effect and
Yeah.
kind of just closes doors for Fnatic and puts Wolves in a position to rotate effectively, but
I was going to say, like, surely if you're YU, you're feeling very, very strained in this. You were on an island. We saw that Fat BB was over towards kind of like tree sort of side, but as it stands, Fnatic are heading back towards A.
they are indeed. Still some util to navigate past. Actually, we'll catch here, but Lysor could line it up here.
Oh dear, but Crom was deeper, and Boaster's been saved. So now the site's wide open and the plant's next on the cards.
Let's just see Fat BB and YU now find themselves in a 2v4, awkward weaponry. Plenty of util, yes, but I find almost a freebie to tee this up.
Revealing area.
Dart's going to go in. Yeah, no connection, no. And Boaster actually the one to find the wall bang.
Oh, hello there. 11, Mike, it's getting closer now. Wolves, it feels like they've hit that brick wall in my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that they don't know what else to do in this regard. They've been a great side, but it feels like they've just started to run out of steam now.
For sure, I think you talk about the pedigree and they have to overcome in the form of Fnatic here. In a best of 5, no less, we're talking about, you know, Wolves coming here, stealing hearts, stealing dreams from other teams.
Yes.
Big names.
Yep. I mean, they're the real deal, right? There was a lot of those kind of checkpoints that you go through. You're like, oh, an upset run, how fun. But maybe you can chalk it up to a couple of weird results or people underestimating them. I don't think you can anymore. The way these guys have played has been spectacular.
Sure, I mean, I even said it in the loss. Come away from that series with your head held high.
Yep.
I think that, again, it's a grounding feeling now to be even discussing that, but 11-5 scoreline here on Ascent already trailing by a map in a best of 5.
Yeah.
That reality looming in the background. Here, you're almost looking at conceding 12.
Then it is do or die. Then you got ults coming through for Fnatic. I mean, the compounding problems are there. There's 2 sheriffs. And look, at the start of this tournament, not many would have backed Wolves. Many underestimating them, not seeing what maybe some could. But we've started to believe a bit more. And maybe there's still something there to be had. As it stands, Fnatic, hell, they guess right.
Yeah. Wide open B site here. Why are you now, I guess, privy to the fact there could be presence here? Again, he's just locked out of this. There's no chance to find a kill ahead of this plant going down. And yes, it will be a full 5v5 in the post, but 4 Sheriffs in a Classic. This would take a massive fumble from Fnatic to even give them a chance to find a way back in.
Well, there's the first bit of signs of life shown. Plenty of util still to burn through for Fnatic. Not feeling too much of the strain yet. Honestly, Boaster, relax. Let him have a moment, even have a chance. There we go. SuperBB can at least land one, but it feels like a consolation here. Fnatic looking to try and finish this with a flourish. Oh my god, Lovely, but Lovely isn't going to cut it anymore. 3 players, and that ain't going to work. It's 12 now. Fnatic, 1 round away from a grand finals. And for Wolves, 1 round away from going home.
So many chances here for Fnatic to draw this out, eventually find just 1 more round. Hunter's Fury here, Neural Theft available for Wolves, but you look to the other side of the scoreboard. You see Alpha sat at 22 and 11 and another operator in hand. Fnatic feeling like they're on the home stretch here.
Could be the final round, couldn't it? Couple of ults in play though for Wolves, could maybe tilt the scales, and on the other side, Crashies has his, Kayak has his, and well, Boaster too. So how do they decide to approach this round?
Run the trip here with the drone over the top. Difficult to deal. Oh. Yeah, step aside.
I got you.
Let me deal with that one for you.
Okay. But Alpha's been given freedom, which scares me. Go have a play in middle, mate. Do what you want. They're going A. There's 2 players to try and deny them. Lysor is here. So is Spring. About 45 seconds. It's been quiet across the map. No early attempts made by Wolves. And fair play. You're up against it now.
How do you address this?
They're at the door.
Going to try and open this round wide open. Speaking of wide open, the site, not an awful lot of presence here. Hunter's Fury to follow up. It finds the first, it's going to connect. Lysor will fall.
There's an answer back though. SuperBB posts it right back towards Alpha. Spike now cautiously stepping in with 18 seconds. Spring's still here.
He's still
here.
here.
Don't know about Spring. Now they do. The trap gets sprung, but still, it's a 3v3, and it's now at 8 seconds. They need that plant. The temptation to try and deny was there, but no one able to capitalize. Juicy, YU, and SuperBB, the ones to try and mount this comeback, to take this site back. And Boaster, the closest near. Rashi's gonna shoulder.
Got a recon here, and Chronicle was a late round piece, Lauren.
Plenty to play with. Wolves gonna have to try and do their best, but Boaster takes away Juicy. Kron as well, it's all down to 1. SuperBB, the ones who made people believe in Wolves, now has to face the final 2 of Fnatic. But that time is ticking. I think we know it. We do. And Fnatic, they've been here before. And they're back there again. A grand finals now awaits.
A hiccup along the way, sure, but you don't get many chances to come at a team like Fnatic. But Wolves, man, what a run. Heartbreaking to see it end, but like I said, they've come here to Toronto and against all odds delivered a performance to be proud of.